G'day. I don't know if you've ever surfed these Facebook groups about travelling to Bali, but on those you will see more questions than a parliamentary inquiry about how do you get from the airport to your hotel. And to be honest, it's not hard at all. It's super easy. And in this video, I'm going to give you 4 really good options, depending on your budget and how much energy you want to waste, to get from Denpasar Airport straight to your hotel, no fuss, any time of day. People often ask, I've got a family of 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many, it can be accommodated in Bali. There are drivers everywhere. And what those drivers do is they are focused on making sure tourists get from where they want to get to, from where they are to where they want to get to. So it's a very, very simple process. It's just a matter of understanding a few little rules and having a little couple of tweaks to make sure you get the response you need to save you time and money. So let's talk about the first option. Now, the first option is probably the hands down the easiest. Contact your hotel. If it's a legitimate hotel, contact them a couple of days in advance. Send them an email saying, hey, I'd like to arrange a driver to pick me up at 9:30 p.m. from the airport to get back to the hotel. I'm flying on Virgin Airlines flight XYZ. They will arrange that driver for you, especially, and they'll even do it if you say, hey, I'd like to charge it back to the room. They'll arrange that for you as well, because often the drivers are associated with different hotels. It's a bit of a relationship where they rely on each other. So it is super easy. Just email them. They'll email you back, sure, not a problem. I'll arrange driver A to pick you up from that airport. And so when you come through the customs, you will see a wall of drivers, each holding up little placards with your name. You know, Mrs. and Mr. Smith. And you go to that Mr. and Mrs. Smith going to the Western. They will jet you off and have you out of there in no time. Super easy, and hopefully they'll charge you back to your room so you don't even need the cash. So that's option 1. Option 1 is to arrange a driver through your hotel straight to. Option number 2 is also very easy, and it might cost you a little bit more as well. I forgot to mention option 1 will cost you a little more. Option 2 might cost you a little bit more as well. Option 2 is to head out and jump in the first taxi or airport transport you see. As you get through the airport, and you're coming into the duty-free section, there are multiple options for drivers and transport buses and things like that. You will jump in one of those and they'll get you to the airport so quickly, get you from the airport so quickly. So all you need to do is say where you're going, and they'll have driver on hand and be ready to load you up and get you to the hotel. Last time we were in Bali, we did that. We had a big group, and we walked over, and they organised a 12-person minibus. They loaded our luggage in and we were gone. Now, it was a little bit more expensive than your usual taxi, especially your taxis on the street, because they're waiting for you. But really, you do this once in your whole trip. My advice is to make it as simple as possible. The third option requires a little bit more planning than the other 2 options. So the first thing you need to do is to make sure as you come through the airport, you've either got data on your phone that you can use international roaming, or you pick up a local SIM card, a tourist SIM card, and that can be done at the airport. So give you a little hint, in the next video, I'm going to talk about how to arrange a local SIM card in Bali at the airport. So this third option is what you need to do is you've got the data on your phone, you can organise, and you've downloaded either of these apps. You've got Grab, G-R-A-B, or Gojek, G-O-J-E-K. Both have drivers, and they will come and pick you up. And often it's at the area you would park the cars. So they'll be nearby, and you might wait for a couple of minutes, but that Gojek will come through, pick you up, take your luggage and get you to the hotel. Now, the advantage of this is you've got a set price and you can see roughly what the cost is going to be. So if you're not traveling very far, this can be the much, much, much more affordable than using one of the hotel drivers or a private taxi. So as I said, Grab or Gojek, both very affordable and both very reasonable. Just make sure you've got data on your phone. Now, the other tip I would like to just mention for any of these, and while ever you're in Bali traveling around, having access to WhatsApp will save you so much time and energy. All the drivers use WhatsApp, And a lot of the hotels use WhatsApp. So you can use WhatsApp even if you don't have data. You can go to a local cafe and get a drink or a soft drink or a bintang, sit down, ask for their Wi-Fi code, and they'll log you in. So what you can do from there is to go, hey, I need a lift. I'm at such and such. Would you mind picking me up? And those drivers are desperate for your business. They'll come no problem whatsoever. And let's talk about the fourth, and I think probably the most, my least choice is to walk right out and arrange a taxi through one of the taxi services on the, out of the airport. Bluebird is generally the best one, and you will still pay a reasonable amount for these taxis, but it does mean you've got to get through this hustle and bustle and lots of drivers trying to offer you work, trying to get you work, and you get through and you've pulled your bags out and you're into the heat and you go on a taxi like that. These are options. My preferred option, if I'm going to go with any of these, is, to be honest, I just get the one at the transport at the airport, which is you're walking through customs and there's lots of options. You pay more. You probably pay double what you would if you used a Gojek or more. But to be honest, it's easy. And after a long flight, the last thing you want to do is battle around trying to get a taxi. Work that out later on. Don't worry about that money for this thing if you can afford it. And then you'll get to your hotel soon. The other question I've seen on a few travel forums is, my hotel is only 1.5 kilometers away. Can I walk? I mean, and it's a simple question. If you're in your home country, yeah, sure, you'd probably walk. It's only 1.5 kilometers. But if you don't know the country and you don't know what the traffic's like, and you've got the heat and you've just flown a long haul flight, the last thing I can think to do would be to land in that airport and walk. I couldn't think of anything worse. So I would encourage you to avoid that thought. There are lots of options that are really affordable. If, price is really a problem, there may be international travel's not your thing right there. If that one taxi drive is going to blow your bank. But, consider all of this. There are lots of options. There's lots of things. Doesn't matter what your budget is, how big your size of your party is. You can get from the airport to the hotel very easily. Stop worrying. Stop posting on Facebook. Stop asking about how it can work. There are so many options. Before we get to the next video, I'd like you to hit that like and subscribe. Please, it helps our channel grow. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how to arrange a local SIM card for your phone so that you don't need to pay exorbitant costs associated with roaming, and so that people from home can get in touch with you in simple ways. So stick around, stay tuned, and thanks for watching to the end. Take care. Bye-bye.